I know some people up here are not going to be able to watch tonight, but they want to watch it later. So, yeah. Awesome. We don't need to record it on Zoom, right?
No, because it'll record it on YouTube.
Amazing. Cool. All right. Are we streaming?
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. All right. So the idea behind the reading series, everybody knows what we're getting into. Right now, roughly about once every other month, we have playwrights, professional playwrights, and we ask them for plays that they're working on. Not necessarily finished plays. We're not looking for things that are absolutely ready to go into production. We want to help the writers. This is for them. And so they send us a script or part of a script that they're working on. We cast students and actors from Azala in the roles. We read the play or however much of the play that we have one time on Zoom. And then the playwright has about 6 days to make whatever changes they want, rewrites, what have you. And then we all come together. We spend about an hour looking at some of the changes and we throw the actors on stage and we just let them have at it and go for it. There's not a lot of direction. There's really like no staging. They just follow their instincts and we see how the play sounds and looks in its most instinctive form. And so, yeah, tonight's going to be really as new for us as it will be for you. Tonight, which play here? It was a 2-act play. Erika has blown up the second act, so we're just reading Act 1 today. And that means that your response is going to be especially helpful today, audience members. Also means there's no intermission. After the reading, we'll take a short break. We'll have a talk back with Erika. You can grill her with your questions and just throw flowery comments and praise at her, whatever you want to do. I think it's always a good thing to remind the audience and to sort of thank them that when a new play is in progress, as this one is read out loud to an audience, as an audience member, your response becomes a part of that play. You're helping them hear and learn what's landing, what's not landing, what's funny, what's moving, what is not working yet. And it's a really important, beautiful thing. As human beings, our whole history is made up of the stories that we choose to tell or to not tell. And tonight you're all choosing to be a part of this story as it moves forward. So thanks for that. Without further ado, I'll let the actors take it away. Thanks for being here.
Witch Play by Erika Phoebus. Setting: a generic town in generic Europe, 1600s-ish, but also before Christ. Like, right before Christ. Kind of. But also right now, sort of. Time is a construct. They're all happening at once. 1. A small cottage. Simple, tidy, quiet. Besse hangs a broomstick over the outside of the door. The ale house comes to life. Her home becomes public. Jasper, Patrick, and Colvin drink. The ale taster chases Besse around as she tends to her busy ale house.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill. The father Jacob, the Virgin Mary, or Besse's cow back.
You're sick. Shh, I'm trying to listen. I too, so shut up.
There are rules, Miss Byrne, ones in which you are not free from.
Another round, boys.
Miss Byrne, I'm speaking to you.
Ale's good tonight, Brett. Besse.
Hale's good every night.
Miss Byrne.
Besse is off to grab another round.
Ale sister never comes tonight. That's a daytime thing.
If she's been fucking with the ale, he should be here anytime he needs. And I, for one, am glad he's here. For our sake.
She seems stressed and it seems not fair to her.
Not fair. It's the fairest thing that could be. You heard what he said.
As the town's ale taster, if I receive a complaint about your ale, I must come taste it. It's in the name, ale taster, taster of ale. Now give me.
You have already said that. And I have already given you a taste, just as I am meant to, which I too have already said. Now, pardon me, if you would just get out of my...
Ale taster hands Besse a summons. She searches the page for familiar words.
Enough! Now focus! Fuck, marry, kill. Besse, the ale taster, or...
Shut up.
No, who are you fucking? Come on, we're having fun.
Jasper smacks Patrick over the head. Patrick smacks him back.
What is this?
This is no way to run an alehouse, Ms. Byrne. In court, I'll be seeing you later this week.
But you came to prove that my ale was not watered down, as you've said. Or someone suggested.
Who would say such a thing about Besse?
What?
Yeah.
What? Bessie has been touchy of late, and her ale has not been that good.
Why not give me this from the start? Why chase me around with foolish games of tasting my ale in front of... Oh, yes. On my busiest night for all to watch, I see.
It was you?
It was not.
He wouldn't do such a thing. He wouldn't.
And of course she's been touchy. Her husband is dead.
For 2 years he has been.
I believe you have me confused, Ms. Byrne. I have only come to...
How much?
Pardon?
You're impossible.
The fine, how much?
Hard to say.
What? I'd make foul ale too with such cobwebs between my legs.
Ooh, bread. Is this complimentary?
I am not drunk enough for this. Besse,
Shh, you'll make your night worse.
I'm helping. Besse,
You know, I struggle to pay what you charge me to brew.
Besse.
How am I to make a living if all I make goes to you?
'Tis a hard life, that of a working woman, but you're doing it. Brava to you.
Besse!
Even though this isn't work, not really.
Besse!
I am coming.
The ale taster starts to the door. Bessie blocks.
Oh, I cannot go to court. He will fine me more than I could ever pay to make, or even worse, they'll seize my ale house, along with it my home. Please, I beg of you, there is no longer a husband to speak for me, and I lost my place in the guilds because of it. So
There must be something we can do.
You still have a place, technically, but sure.
Shut up. Let him do his job so we can get back to hers. I'm parched.
it is just me. I'm all alone. I beg of you, I cannot lose my home.
Besides, a woman needs a keeper. Is that right, boys?
Ms. Byrne, may I speak boldly?
I thought we liked lively women.
Oh, no. That was before. Right, Jasper?
Have you considered in your long 2 widowed years, I don't know, giving yourself
Jasper!
What?
What?
to another marriage? Have you ever considered?
No.
Jesus Christ. All right. Colvin, you want to be fashionable, you must find yourself a fashionable girl. Quiet, chaste, one who stays at home.
Remember that night we got terribly drunk and stole all Miss Miller's clothes off the line?
You should be home. No longer
I
is
am
this a
home.
place for you.
Shall we do it again? Dress up as a, what did you call it, a fashionable woman? Which sounds stupid in your mouth, by the way. Then perhaps you two would shut up.
Yes, and that is where you should be. Home filled with child, so child can grow into man.
Patrick hits Jasper. Jasper kisses Patrick. Patrick hits him again.
None of that either. It's not cool anymore,
Says who?
says everyone.
And man can become maker of men.
So no more friendly kisses with friends from time to time.
Absolutely not.
And more importantly, maker of money for us men divinely sent to guard the wealth of all men.
Unless you want the stocks or friendly kisses worth the stocks.
No, sorry. Things are changing so fast, it's hard to keep up.
Then there will come a day when all that money your sweet grown babies will make us then trickle back down to you and we'll all be filthy rich. 'Tis a new concept, but I see no faults.
I'm bored. Let's play your, what was it? Fucking kill me something something?
Yes, okay. Let me think.
But you must play along or no money will reach you. And then what will you do? So we must once again make you a wife. And for that, you will never be without a home. What do you say?
John and Annie approach the ale house. Bessie is still blocking the door.
Pardon us.
Oh, excuse me.
It seems he already comes with a wife. Perhaps choose another.
Wait! Before you play, we need more. More ale. More ale. More ale. More ale. More ale. Come on now, Colvin. More
It'll
ale.
cause her
More
nothing
ale.
but distress.
More
I won't
ale.
worsen
More
things for her.
More
Would you not want her to see you as the man who bravely, nobly saved her from such torment by pulling her away with your cries?
'Tis a good point, I suppose. All right.
More ale, more ale, more ale, more
Let's
ale.
see, who could it be? Imagine your husband sitting just in this room. How exciting.
Colvin hears this, flails his hand up as if to cry out, pick me. Ale goes flying.
My breeches. Brass for both of you. I could.
Besse flies over with a rag in hand. The ale taster hot on her heels.
Oh, what about,
I'm sorry, Besse. I'm sorry. I can. May I?
Colvin takes off his shirt, tries to use it to help mop up the spill.
No need making yourself any more wet than you already are.
Wait, that was my cup. Mine was the one knocked over, and now I'm all out of. Not to worry, it was actually mine.
I'll bring another, just as soon as I.
By chance, do you have a clean pair of pants? Mine are down.
I don't believe. Perhaps.
Jasper starts taking off his pants.
I'm sorry.
that fella? The one over there, what about him?
What?
For Besse to wed.
Huh. Have you ever played Fuck, Marry, Kill? I believe it'd be quite useful.
John turns to go. Annie tucks his arm. John allows them to stay.
Oh, no, do tell.
Finally, all right. I will list 3 people. Say Martin in printing, Reginald,
I'm drunk. I would invent it.
and whatever, Colvin. He, and you will choose from which of these 3 Besse will fuck, which she'll marry, and which she will kill.
Oh, obviously fuck Reginald. No offense to your honor or whatever.
Here, 'tis a good choice.
Yes, that is my final answer. I choose for Besse to fuck the drunk and
I will
perhaps
fuck-
marry.
I will fuck not a soul in this town, nor will I marry one.
Tis just a game. Calm down.
Now bite your tongues, or all of you, or a good fuck I will show you, and not in the kind that you like. I beg your pardon. I know not what has come over me. More ale?
The ale taster gets up to go. John gets up to go. Annie stands in John's way.
Wait. I'll give you a taste, if a taste is what you please.
'Tis a moment that has passed us by, I'm afraid.
Oh, then return tomorrow. I pray you. Tomorrow, a fresh brew will be ready to taste. Let it remind you, I've done no wrong. Taste how the malt was ground to perfection, just enough not to lose what it is. Taste how the malt met the water's heat just at the perfect time, falling into the vat together in a dance, without one claiming power to the other. Taste the patience of malt, water and herbs settling into each other, together, becoming something new. Most of all, taste that whoever it was that claimed that I watered down what I give, taste that they are wrong. And I have done nothing but brew as I've always done.
John sits back down. Annie listens.
50 shillings.
50. That is all that I have to my name. I pray you do not call me to court.
Oh, I couldn't be so kind as to suggest 50 shillings publicly in court in front of a judge, and no, I could lose my reputation. No. 50 shillings is my, well, let's call it a compromise. A warning, perhaps. For the fines in court would be far worse, regretfully far worse indeed.
And if I am able to put such a sum in your pocket?
Then we'll let the court decide what to do. I so look forward to tasting your next batch of ale, as always, sweet wench. Tomorrow, you'll have till then to decide.
The ale taster leaves. Feet. Breath. Fuck! John and Annie.
All right, now give me your pants, little shit.
I'm already without a shirt. I can't get my pants too.
Oh, what patience I have asked you. How now, friends? What news?
Ruined our game, that wench. Not even a man's alehouse deserves his trust. Times are changing fast indeed.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We have come to live in my uncle's house, Richard Chapman.
Oh, I know him. Yes. Got land as far as the eye can see.
You know what I'm talking about. All the changes, all the changing things.
It's been a long day's travel, but alas, we have found my Annie some peace
Peace is always a pleasure.
from the riots.
I'm sorry, what?
Patrick feels John's eyes. Stiffens. Eavesdrops.
The women and the anger and the witches. That's what, okay? Just the witches. So shut up.
Yes, Protestant mobs destroying Catholic churches.
Well, I explained the song of Colvin here.
What?
Violent uproars were no place for a wife. no matter how necessary such violence may be.
Trying to comfort Annie. She seems preoccupied.
All that bad luck of yours, spilling the ale, ruining my clothes, it doesn't add up.
It was an accident.
Or maybe you're cursed.
You'll have to excuse her all that chaos. Near did my Annie, and she's sensitive.
No, I'm not. I'm not cursed. Wait, how do I do it? I didn't even know I was.
Is that right? All that stress, keep your body from working right?
Annie looks around at Besse's shelves, at Besse herself, her home, almost as if she's looking for something. She listens to the talk in the room.
Done anything of late?
Stop.
Cheated?
No,
Lied?
I mean it.
Annie? Annie?
Well, whatever it was, a good deed will surely undo. So give me your pants.
Annie?
Save your poor cursed soul.
Colvin starts to take off his pants.
Shut up, the both of you. Shut your mouths and keep your pants on. We're getting eyes on all of us.
Annie startles. John tenses, eavesdrops.
That's dramatic.
I say it in truth. I've heard talk of people in nearby towns acting different.
Oh, pardon, I must have been lost in my head again. I'm all right, I'll be all right.
Oh, I can make you something to help with that. Something to bring the calm to what you're feeling.
You can do that?
No need to trouble yourself. Only the ale for which we came, please.
Besse looks at Annie. Annie looks down. Besse nods to John, walks off.
I've heard such things too.
You have not.
I have to.
And I've caught news that
Patrick looks around as if everyone's watching. No one is watching.
You shouldn't accept concoctions from strangers. That's probably 101.
We are accepting her ale.
Well, that's regulated. The other stuff, who knows?
Besse returns with the couple's ale. Annie can't seem to catch her breath.
What are you looking around for?
Wait, you're scaring me.
You all right, miss? You still feel unwell?
listen up. Folks are renouncing their baptisms.
Oh, deep breaths. There it is. In through your nose,
It's just
out
a
through.
bit of shock is all. Hysterics.
They're giving themselves to the devil.
The mother's heart is always worried, even before the gift has been born.
I heard there were women stealing babies right from their own mother's arms.
You're with child.
Awkward pause. Recover.
We will be soon enough.
Enchanting these mothers to hand over the willing third, we ones willingly.
Well, could you hope you feel better?
Besse takes Annie's hand, curtsies, slips Annie a small vial. Only a nod of thanks and understanding can be exchanged. John, unaware, tries to catch what Patrick is saying.
Then out to the fields they fly, like animals, to drink the blood of the young. Also, the devil can be rebirthed these babies as demons of his own making. Then the women dance and howl at the moon because they become the devil's bride. And I've heard something else too.
What?
Yeah, what?
I heard
Hurry up.
Let him speak.
They lean in closer.
they were naked,
Stop. I blush.
They were not.
doing what naked people do. 2, 3, 4 ladies, maybe more, all for the devil's pleasure.
What do you mean? What were they?
They were fucking
Oh, time to go.
John is already out the door.
right there on the baby blood-stained ground.
But I haven't finished.
Wait, ladies, get fuck each other?
No, dummy, they don't have enough words.
Annie tries to chug her ale. It's messy. Ale drips from her face, distressing her even more.
What are you three whispering about?
Nothing. Annie!
Mad at me for leaving your drinks dry too long?
No.
Annie pops up to leave, stops, pulls out the vial, shallow breath.
There's new blood in town. Relatives of Mr. Chapman.
Annie takes a shallow breath.
A nephew, I think he said.
Annie takes a shallow breath.
Be kind, you three. I don't want to hear about you starting trouble.
Annie drinks. Deep breath. Deeper breath. Sigh of relief as the bar clears. Besse cleans as the night sky brightens into a new day. She doesn't realize that. 2. Annie is in the ale house watching, still breathing deeply, almost too deeply. Besse gathers the money she made the night before, counts it. It's not nearly enough. Annie's breathing picks up. Finally, she clears her throat. Besse startles. They stare at each other for a long while, then
My name is Anny Chapman, and we met last night.
The ale house opens not for a few more hours.
Well, that's not why.
At this moment, this is my home. You understand?
Please, it will only take just a moment.
Please leave.
I came to give you this.
Annie has pulled out the empty vial.
What is that?
Thank you for,
I don't know what this is.
please, I'm new to this place. I have nowhere else to go. Please.
After a moment, Besse shuts the shutters.
Last night, I felt God run through my veins for the first time in I don't know how long. And I haven't felt peace like that for just a moment. And you gave that to me.
You can't go around accusing people of putting God in your bones all because you had a feeling.
Well, not God, but like God as in.
And I see no reason such a feeling has anything to do with me or anything to do with my alehouse.
Something is wrong, okay? I have prayed every night to be filled with child, and I have caught news that you might be able to help.
I'm sorry, Miss Chapman, you've been misled.
But I was told in private by a trusted maiden in my uncle's house, in my husband's uncle's house. She spoke that you helped her, and that you saved her. She said that you gave her a miracle.
Well.
She was with child,
Yes,
and that is a miracle.
perhaps to you.
So you will help me.
Women meeting in secret is against the town's code. Miss Chapman, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you.
Every risk has its price, does it not?
Besse considers, softens, almost responds, then
Who is it?
Ale taster.
Damn it. One moment, please. You got to go.
No.
Miss Chapman,
Besse,
please.
please.
Coming. Miss Chapman, you will walk this way right now.
I'm afraid of what will happen if I.
Coming. 50 shillings. Sorry, 60.
30 shillings.
50, final offer.
You said 50 already.
I said 60 and now I say 50.
Fine, agreed. Here, this is all that I have. Take it.
This is only.
I will get the rest to you by tomorrow.
Okay, fine. Return in 3 days. The alehouse will be closed for a brewing day. It will be. Travel only past dark if this is to remain between you and me. And it must. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, await further instructions from the maiden who sent you. Go.
Besse runs to the front door. Annie sneaks out the back. 3. Besse shovels piles of cow dung onto a pile, mixes it with water. The distant sound of mooing. Annie sneaks into the garden carrying a pair of stag antlers as large as she is. It is not past dark. Throughout the scene, people trickle into the alehouse, drinking, looming over the women. Time is fluid.
I was afraid they weren't the right kind, of antlers. Antlers from a different kind of stag. Are there many different kinds of stags? I didn't really think to ask. So, what does that smell?
The clicking of horses' hooves. Besse shoves Annie into the bushes. The trotting passes.
Give me that.
Will you help me up? I'm a bit stuck.
Give me the antlers.
I've got a thorn in
Besse snatches the antlers, hurries towards her cottage. The bustling inside gets loud.
Wait, where are you going?
Don't follow me.
But you said to.
Yes. Tell me what I said.
You said to bring the antlers of a stag.
And
Well, to bring them freshly cut. And
Annie thinks.
and
Tick tock. Eventually it dawns on her. She looks up to the sky.
yes. Nightfall.
what was that?
Come only past nightfall.
Speak up, Miss Chapman.
Come only past nightfall. On one of the days in which you grew, no one can see us and think we're up to no good.
Besse hurries towards her cottage, antlers in hand.
May I have my antlers back, please?
People can draw near. I feel it.
They must be fresh cut antlers. You said it
The
yourself.
alehouse will be open soon.
Then we must hurry.
Hurry and grind all this down in mere minutes.
Annie snatches the antlers back, grabs a nearby axe, tries scraping at the antlers. No luck. She tries rubbing the antlers together, testing different speeds and strokes. Nope. She throws the antlers down in a fit.
Fine. If you will not help me, then I will take my antlers and I shall take my pant, and I will find someone who will.
Fine.
Fine.
Wait, just, I will help you, okay? In time.
We do not have time.
You're right. We do not. Because in a matter of minutes, my home will be flooded with thirsty workers wanting to wash the day out of their mouths. And I will not have you pouting in the garden as you cradle a pair of antlers almost as big as yourself. We'll be stopped before we've begun. You'll be bedridden for madness and God knows what will come of me. So you will take these very large antlers out to the woods. You will chop them, then grind them down with this. All of it.
All of it.
Yeah, keep the powder in the mortar. Yes. Do not come back when you're done. Do you hear? There's a small clearing 30 paces back, straight back. I will meet you there when the night is through.
Besse walks back into the bustling alehouse. 4. An unwritten bar scene. John shows up at the alehouse while Annie's out back. 5. Annie grinds the antlers. Hands blistered, hair disheveled, face dripping with sweat. This is perhaps the hardest she's had to work for anything, ever. Besse appears carrying a large, lumpy cloth tied shut.
I ground the antlers. Now what? Should we brew them into a pot of tea? Should we grind? Should I drink the grind straight away? Should I mix them into an ointment and you could just rub it all over?
Besse drops the cloth, unties it.
What is that?
Oh, cow manure.
Mixes the ground antlers with the manure.
Okay. Lift up your skirt.
Pardon?
Oh, you're wearing drawers?
What kind of question is that?
Take them off if you are.
I know.
No, you aren't wearing undergarments, or no, you won't take them off.
Just no.
Well, they say all wealthy women wear panties nowadays.
Panties?
That's true.
What?
It's French.
Panties?
No, I don't know. This is what French women do, what French royalty do.
Says
To-
who? Says who?
Says the French. And now are you
Are you French?
wearing? No, I'm not French. Are you?
Then how do you know what the French do?
News travels fast. Which is it, yes or no?
I am wearing nothing under my skirt.
Thank you. Up it is then.
But I am wearing nothing under my skirt.
Yes, you've already said that.
You can't see
Do
my.
you not have maidens dress you daily?
Yes,
So you've been seen every day. Now lift
that is different.
that somehow.
I don't know. It is just different.
Besse chases after Annie, dragging the overloaded sheet behind her.
No,
I need to wrap this around. What?
no, I will not have that thing anywhere near
You
my-
asked for my help. This is me helping
Be careful.
you.
Do you know how long it took me to grind that?
Then stop
Oh,
running.
all right.
Oh, stop it.
Besse stops running. Annie stops running. They catch their breath.
I am here because you were desperate in your plea.
You are here because I am paying you.
I'm here because I thought you deserved a place to go when there was nowhere else to turn. Just as I deserve to be paid for my skills, for my time, for, I mean, what were you expecting me to do? I give another vial that would magically fill you with child? Oh, let's see. I am sorry, Miss Chapman. You were seeking something I cannot give you.
Wait.
Enough with the games, Miss Chapman.
I can do it myself. Just don't want you to do it for me.
Make sure it's open.
Besse continues to leave.
Would you not need a moment to catch up to yourself after having been chased around by a strange woman with a sheet full of Not that you're a strange woman or anything. You're wonderful. You're strange, wonderful. You are a stranger to me. I'm sorry. Will you just stay, please? Please.
Besse stops.
And sometimes the darkness frightens me.
You were out here all night.
Yes, but I knew you were coming, so.
Well, what if I didn't? Would you not still be afraid?
The darkness is when monsters come, the devil.
Oh, there's no death coming for you in the dark.
People get lost in the dark and people lose themselves.
All right, I'll stay, but I am not fighting off the devil if it should choose to come.
Annie drags the manure sheet behind a tree.
Turn around,
I can't see you.
just in case.
Besse turns around. Grunts, bumps, groans from behind the tree. It's a whole thing.
Ah, it smells awful.
Do you need help?
It smells like shit.
Well, make sure it's tight.
It-
It is shit.
It's pretty up there.
Annie emerges, her skirt fuller, perhaps lumpier than before.
All right, lift it up. Let me see. Annie, I need to make sure it's put upright.
Annie lifts up her skirt. The manure cloth is wrapped around her like a diaper. Besse lets out a cackle.
Besse,
Oh,
stop this. This is not funny.
Besse bursts into laughter. Annie stands close, tears fill her eyes.
oh, Miss Chapman, don't cry. No, I'm sorry. I was just surprised. Oh, it's put on just right.
Annie is bawling by now. It all comes pouring out. Then
Miss Chapman. All right, Miss Chapman, okay, Miss Chapman, are you all right?
Oh my God, I think I peed a little.
Six, the ale house. A cycle later, they drag in a bucket full of
Ew! It's dripping. It's dripping all over my arm.
On the floor.
Can we have some more ale, please?
The floor, Anny Chapman. It'll be stuck with the smell forever. Oh. Oops, pardon me.
Wait, you remember when the mayor almost kicked you in the face? That was it.
Besse pours the liquid from the bucket into a cup, places it in front of Annie.
Okay. Drink.
Annie stares at Besse, not laughing now.
Oh, you really must start warning me ahead of time with these things.
It's good to drink a pregnant mare's urine. It'll help you get pregnant too. Drink.
Deep breath. Annie lifts the cup to her mouth. Stops.
Drink it with me.
I will absolutely not.
Think of it, you and me in the strength of the womb of a mare. You know, it'd be in our bellies. It could be our secret. You know, we could share something with each other that we've never shared with anyone before, and then we would drink.
Oh, one, that is a waste of good piss. And two, I have no more room for secrets. I am full at the moment.
Oh, you go first. Come on. You must have something in need of ears. Perhaps you went through a cow tipping phase. Yes, or perhaps you've always wondered what it was like to lick the bottom of a shoe.
Fine. Okay, fine. Oh God. I've always wanted to dance. I don't dance. It's an unfortunate sight when I try and I feel really ashamed that I'm an unfortunate dancer, yet I cannot shake my want to dance. Where do you go?
Show me.
No.
Dance, come on. I'm sure you are a lovely sight.
I'd rather drink the piss.
Oh, well, you are in luck. We have just the thing.
No, not until you go.
Okay, all right. A secret. Let's see. All right, well, actually, I came to you because I have never.
Are you all right, Miss Anny Chapman?
No. I think you deserve a better secret than the one that I was going to say. Good secret. Oh, good secret. Good secret. Good secret.
Breathe, Miss Anny Chapman. Tis just a silly game. Here, do you remember this? There, this is your back. All of this here. Breathe. Just like that. Into my hands. That's good. That's good a secret just as any, giving me all that your back is holding up.
I have thought of one.
All right.
Okay. I have never felt so safe as I feel with you tonight.
Thank you, Miss Chapman. Tis what you are paying me for.
They chug the piss. They chase the day. 7. Annie slams down a cup. Deep breath. Or another cycle later.
Oh, I feel calmer already. Although I must say vomit could still come pouring out of me at any time.
Oh, please do not.
It makes not much any sense, like all this worry. I mean, yes, I have been sneaking around behind my husband's back for going on 3 cycles now. I'm still without child, sure. If he finds out what I've been doing without his consent, I might lose the legs on which I sneak around on, but well, it's just a joke. Oh, I feel dizzy. Okay. I think I just stood up too fast.
Oh, well, let's sit back down.
All right. Okay, he and we've done this. I don't know how many times. So, okay, we've been married 3 years, and there's 12 months in a year. So 12, 3 times is, oh God.
Okay, head between your legs, Miss
36.
Anny Chapman. Yep.
36. What is it? Last month, 3rd month of this year, that's 36, 37, 38,
Breathe.
39. Oh my God, that means we've
In
consummated our
out.
marriage at 36, 37, 38. 38 9 times. Oh my God. So why would it be different? Why would it be any different tomorrow?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
Wait, you and your husband, you're only together once every moon cycle?
Well, it only takes one time to be a child. That's what my mother says to me, and of course, she was warning me of unwed flesh on flesh, but it's still the good advice for now, right? I can't help but worry though that something is going to go wrong. Something like a great surprise this time. Like my womb might just fall out on the floor when he's ready, or suddenly I'll close up like an old wound that is like about to scab over or something. Or simply that my body is just not meant to be desired, Besse. And that is why I have no child.
You feel your husband doesn't want you.
No, he does. It's just being silly. I guess I cannot ask my husband to release more often than he is required. I am not a murderer.
Do people still believe that men die each time they?
Well, what do you believe?
I believe it's time to wake up your want.
No, my want is enough. I have enough want.
Infertility can be caused by a lack of want.
Besse throws, slides, tosses jars of herbs at Annie. Annie does her best to catch them.
All right, yeah, put those over the fire. We gotta heat up your want. A warm womb leads to desire. Desire leads to pleasure. Pleasure leads to child. And for him, wind to blow right up. No, not you. Yay. That is what we want. You to be warm, him to blow up. Put those together and your husband's going to die. In a poetic sense. You both will.
Both of us?
Of course. It takes your seed and his releasing at once, does it not?
Yes, but
And both of your seeds shall release indeed.
what has gotten into you?
Food, Miss Chapman.
Annie is suddenly in her home's kitchen. It's the next night, but she's also still in Besse's home the night before. Time and space become fluid.
What did she say?
Treat tomorrow evening as if the two of you are courting before the marriage and the business and the want of child. This is about only you and him. Good, breathier. Okay, less breathy, shut your eyes. That's it. Try over your shoulder. That's nice. Don't do it.
No, I mean, I feel excited, silly.
Okay, good. Set the table with provokers of lust, things which stir up desire for the act, such as.
As Besse says each item, she throws it to Annie across space and time. Perhaps she goes out to her garden to dig some up. Perhaps she must dig through drawers to find others. Perhaps some appear to her as if through thin air. Annie sets the table for date night with
Milk, eggs, almonds, chestnuts, pine nuts, parsnips, pistachios, artichokes, asparagus, mushrooms, leeks, peas, carrots, barley, rice, rocket, turnips, coleworts, green ginger, candied ginger, ooh, fresh ginger.
Wait, hold on. Okay, continue.
Okay, crawfish, cuttlefish, crabs, lobsters, oysters, pulpits, cocks. That one seems obvious. Quails, sparrows, foxes, heated herbs. Those are for now.
Annie takes a cup of warmed herbs from Besse, ingests them as she sets the room.
Pepper, cloves, cinnamon, if you can get it. The brains of small birds, the genitalia of bulls, the genitalia of boars, also of goats, and of course stags. Anything salty, any strong wine, anything that grows in a phallic shape. Some would say beans are included in this, for they resemble the resemblance of a man's tip. I don't really see it, so I'll leave that up to you.
I'm missing anything.
Annie fiddles with her clothes' hair. She places herself in different places and positions around the room.
Deep breath, in and out. Anny Chapman.
Yes.
You are very beautiful. I do hope you know that.
Besse.
John walks in. Besse is gone. Annie startles. 8. Only the Chapman's kitchen remains.
Surprise!
John trips over a
This
parsnip.
is turnip, sorry.
What is all this?
Well, that's a parsnip. 'Tis a dinner that I made just for you, which is meant for us to eat while sitting quite close together, as if we were still in the courting phase.
Didn't have one of those.
No, but we could have one now.
We're married.
But we could pretend.
Would like me to pretend I am not wet.
I would like you to eat this meal while speaking fondly of all the things you love of me. And while, of course, I will do the same.
Is that a bull's genitalia on the table just there?
Tis a boy.
Ah. What was that?
The giggle.
Feeling all right?
Your eyes always glisten this way.
I don't know. It's probably the moon. The moon reflects things in funny ways.
They eat quietly.
You know, some say beans look like. Some have said they bear a slight resemblance to the tip of a man. Do you think those beans resemble yours? Oh, are you all right? How was your day?
Long and tiresome. I'm quite tired.
I see.
Father Wright says hello, by the way. He seemed to be struck with a cold of some sort, running nose and the like. I told him it would do him some good to take a bit of time for himself, and he goes, "There's no rest for the wicked, though there is no rest for me." So true. So we must bring him a soup or something. He is glad to have us in his town. He said good people are always welcome in his town, so that's good. He sees that we are good people. It's good.
Your skin is
It's from all the praying.
quite.
Father Wright says to soften into prayer.
You did. Yes. How are you feeling?
Tired, as I already said, tired from all the praying.
No, I mean, how are you feeling? How about me?
Oh. Feel just fine.
Annie piles food onto John's plate, quietly shoving as many aphrodisiacs into her mouth as possible. Realizing he was supposed to say something nice to
The moon does nice things to your eyes too.
Tonight.
Indeed it is.
You kiss me.
Mate.
I sent them away.
Annie crawls atop the table, leaning into the aphrodisiac's effects.
What animal has possessed you?
Whichever you prefer.
Go down from there.
Well, do you not want me?
Of course I do.
Then take me.
But you're making quite a
Take
mess.
me.
Hey, Annie.
Take me.
No, that's enough, all right? What if the neighbor's here?
There is no one around.
What if they hear us through the walls? We've been here not that long, and we're just getting the town to welcome us, okay? Do you want these people to have reason to suspect your barrenness too?
I am not barren. It's simply taking me longer to have.
I need no details. I would simply like you to show me that all is all right. How about you go up to your room and calm yourself? I will be up in a moment, and you can show me just how all right everything with you is.
Annie nods, goes upstairs for 9, a mating ritual. Annie and John stand opposite each other. Perhaps only their shadows tell the story. It ends with John releasing his seed. Annie stands there, unaffected. 10. The next morning, Annie storms in, throwing her coat, hat, gloves, everything she has on the ground, as if she's too hot to hold them any longer. Her garments land too close to the cauldron's fire.
I know why I can't get pregnant.
Miss Anny Chapman.
I prayed that I was
Annie,
wrong,
Annie,
but
you
last night I cannot deny it anymore.
Oh, it didn't go well? Oh, Miss Anny Chapman, your things.
Annie shuts the shutters. Besse picks up Annie's garments.
Besse, I need you to help me.
Throwing them so close to the fire.
I
Silly girl. You want this the
I
place
need
to
you
burn?
to. I need you to help me orgasm. I have never had one, you know, and without his seed and mine, if I do not learn how to, then
Then you will never find yourself a child.
Silence. Searching. Then Besse dives into her cabinets.
All right then. Brew this into tea every night before bed. It will help you restore your vitality. Rub this on yourself before you contact with your husband. The smell is foul, but I promise it will subside. It may burn a bit as well. That's normal. And this. Oh, Miss Chapman. Are you listening?
I would like you to give me a massage.
A massage.
Yes, I once knew a woman who could not let go. So just like me, she had no child. And then she found a midwife who gave her these massages. And then all of a sudden her belly was as big as a carrot.
I don't understand how a massage could help you. No.
But her midwife was able to clear her darkness inside of her. And within weeks, poof,
I mean, you have a husband to clear you.
No. I then the darkness could find its way into him, and I cannot lose both his seed and mine.
I'm sure he'll have no problem sprouting a few more.
This isn't a joke.
You have 2 hands. That's one more than you need. Take care of it yourself.
You know that is not allowed under the law, but with you it would be medical.
I think you will be mistaken. I relate to herbs, but Miss Chapman, I am not a doctor, nor am I a midwife. I'm a Brewster, a lowly alewife who helps where I can. But this,
Please, Besse, where else can I go?
I mean, do you know what they do to midwives without a license? They're regulating midwives now.
No one will know.
I will know, and you will know, and if God helps us, if anyone were to find out, we both end up floating down a river.
Oh, don't say such things.
A midwife who is not even a midwife, secretly touching her neighbor in the name of what, a sudden urge and midwifery? And surely they'd say you were.
I am doing nothing wrong.
You're keeping secrets. You're making secrets of me. I'm not well off, Miss Chapman. I do not have a husband to keep me safe from rumors and harm. I am rumors. I am harm. Do you think I don't know what is said of me already? I may be a lowly alewife, but I am no fool.
This is a good town, Besse, a godly town.
Oh, you're wrapping the rope around your neck for asking. More than that, you're wrapping the rope around mine.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I would never do anything. I just thought, I don't know what I thought. I suppose I thought, you just seem to know my body so much better than I do. Like the ways you've calmed me, the ways you've seen me, you know. But it was a stupid thought. Thank you for all that you have done for me. You've given me more than I deserve, and I think it is best if I leave now and won't waste any more of your time.
Annie gathers her things. Besse softens.
Can you not go to a doctor?
A woman's health is a woman's issue. And what doctor would see me by myself even?
I don't even know where to begin.
It's all right. There's no need. Goodbye, Besse. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Return tomorrow night. We'll at least try to. I'll try.
Besse, you don't have.
It can't be that different, can it? Tending to your health and tending to mine.
Wink. Annie runs off. A yet to be written scene where a vision or fantasy of the Virgin Mary appears. She's concerned with multiple orgasms and making choices for her own body. Besse is shook, but she needs this experience to do what she said she would do. 11. Besse and Annie stand opposite each other in the alehouse. Besse is still shocked. That was weird. They stare at each other.
Should I lay?
There's fine. There. If you would like. There is good. You're back all right?
My back is fine. May I have something to cover?
Yes. Yes.
Place the sheet over Annie, kneels at her feet.
All right then.
All right.
All right. What now?
I don't want this one here.
Well, may I see?
Annie nods. Besse lifts up the sheet, takes a peek.
Very good.
Is it broken?
Oh, looks good to me.
Oh, that's good.
Very good.
You go. You can touch it. It doesn't bite.
Mine does.
Annie jumps. Besse chuckles. Annie relaxes. Return to position. Besse reaches under the sheet. Annie flinches. Besse stops. Reaches back under the sheet. After a moment,
How's that?
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fine. Thank you. for asking.
Besse rubs a ball on her hands. Back under the sheet. Annie giggles. Besse stops. Back under the sheets.
Oh.
Yes.
I suddenly feel the need to pee. What do you mean that's not right? What is not right?
Besse tries something else.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't
Besse
like.
moves away.
Do you think I can even? I just wanted to see if maybe my body just doesn't. Maybe it's just not meant to.
Close your eyes. Come on. Come on. I'll do it with you.
Besse lays next to Annie.
What are you doing?
Shh. No talking. Okay. Keep your eyes shut. Now, think about your husband. Think about where your husband will go and where your baby will come out. See in your mind. Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Now, think about that spot. Feel it in your body. Really feel it. Now, start to feel around it. Really see it in your mind. The parts of yourself all around that place. You feel it?
Yes.
Good. Breathe. Eyes still shut. Now, keep coming up and you'll find a spot that feels really good. Kind of in the front. Not the front, but the bottom of the front. Like a little button, perhaps.
Like the button of a coat?
A small one.
Is it a bronze button or a button of both?
Neither. Either one.
I-
Whichever you'd like your button to be.
I think I'd like my button to be made of gold.
That fits. Now, see that golden button right there in front. You feel it?
No,
Kind of in the front.
no, I don't feel it.
Like, not at all?
I mean, I feel it in my body, but
Well, that's it.
I can't see it in my mind. Like there's no vision of it in my head.
Well, you can take a peek if you like.
The peak for what exactly?
Besse starts to pull her skirt up, stops.
Can I see? What I should be looking for?
Pause. Besse lifts up her skirt. Annie peeks in.
Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, I think I see. Yes, yes. Ooh, there in the front. Kind of in the front.
That's it.
Like that too.
I don't know. Take
12. Blackout.
I have never orgasmed. I don't know what to try, and he doesn't know what to try. So it's just in and out and in and out, and I hate him for it. I hate him for coming without me. I hate him for leaving me behind, and it's just in and out and in and out. And then it's like, why won't you come? And then it's like, don't you love me? He says, do your seed will, don't you want this? He says, a child, a life with me to be happy. All you have to do is come and your seed will release. It's so easy to do. Just do what I do, in and out and in and out and in and out. And I lay there staring at the ceiling, trying to come, but trying not to like it all that much because that's how you land yourself in hell. But I have no worry of going to hell because of how much I hate how he fucks me. So maybe things like, maybe that makes me good. Maybe that just makes me sad. Or maybe being sad is is holy when it comes to things like fucking and touching, and feeling good. But I don't know, it's dark when I lay there too. So I just close my eyes and maybe the dark behind my eyelids is better than the candlelit ceiling playing out the shadow puppet show of his dry heaving. It never is. It's just me and the panting and trying not to want more from it all, and in and out, and in and out, and it gets louder and louder. And I hope he feels good. I do, but not too good because I mean I don't want him to go to hell either. So I mean that sounds like a horrible place, and forever is a really, really long time. So I don't know, but the in and the out and the in and the out, that feels forever too. So
Annie's legs are covered by the sheet. Besse's hand under as well. Annie's body builds.
I'm scared.
Deep breath in, Chapman. Deep breath in. Out.
Annie's breathing shallows. She's really trying to breathe, to focus, to not cry.
I can't.
Besse stops. Annie tries to catch her breath. Besse takes a few leaves from her jar.
Please don't give up on me though. I tried to do what you told me to do, and I will try harder, I promise. I will just try more.
Lemon ball. It will soothe you.
What do you give me, this magic?
No more magic than you can find in your own backyard. Don't you?
Annie chews the leaves, crawling into Besse's arms like a child. After a long while,
You know, he almost didn't agree to take me, John Chapman. It's like it spread through my family, and when he heard they were dying one by one, he almost called off our marriage. I was the only one who escaped the darkness. It must have been all my fault, right? But then I think he realized he'd received more if they were all gone. My family, their whole life's earnings would go to him. If he married me, of course. Otherwise, their life's worth would go to the church. So he decided to let me come. And then years passed, and my belly stayed flat. People don't like married women at quiet homes and flat stomachs. So, you know, at first the rumors were inconvenient, I suppose, but then they turned into something more. There were threats on my character and threats of taking us to court. And threats that perhaps I was like because I had yet to. So we left to give me a chance to conceive without all that else. But I still hear it all the time, most of the time. Except when I'm here. What does it feel like?
A baby? No, I don't know. The closest thing I've got to a babe is a cat.
No, I mean, what?
Oh, you mean love? That's a big question. It's like,
No, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, what does your body feel like when it's done what it's meant to do in that space between a man and his wife?
oh, well, sometimes I feel a sort of warmth start to spread, or a chill around my belly button, in the place your baby will one day be, or in my thighs or backside. It won't be fast like your husband's, just lopping down from the sky, splat. No. It spreads through you and grows, and who you are seems to stretch as far as the eye can see for a moment in time. At least, I'm not sure if that's when that feeling starts to rise, like a wave, like the one you felt today. When you start to feel that, I want you to run towards that time, if you feel like it.
And what if I'm not able?
Well, then, what a wonderful time you'll be having with yourself anyhow. And how wonderful to share that with your husband. Or with me. For as long as you'll have me. How wonderful to share yourself like that. Don't you think?
Do you really believe that?
I feel less afraid of myself knowing this thing runs in me through this thing in me runs through other women too. That it runs through you. Makes me feel we have the very best secret tucked in our bones. A bit of God, perhaps, tucked inside us somewhere. That I am certainly learning to believe.
13. This scene has not been written yet, but this is what happens. Besse and Annie's first non-medically intended intimate experience. Besse is able to dance as her heart desires. We see what Besse has earned, what Besse has to lose. This is what we are rooting for. Annie returns the phrase Besse said to her, "It's time to wake up your want." 14. A mating ritual. Annie and John stand opposite each other. They continue as they did before, only this time Besse and her alehouse linger in the room from the night before.
I'm going to Besse?
Orgasms, free and full. John jumps back. She has found her voice. She has lost her voice.
What's wrong? Okay, what's wrong? What's wrong, John? What?
She reaches for him. He steps back.
Why do you refuse my touch now?
Annie,
Please.
I-
Come on, come to me. Come.
you said
John, just
The air pulls taut. They search one another. There is nowhere left to hide. John straightens, hardens, becomes businesslike.
good to see it's finally working.
what's finally
Your treatment took long enough, but there's no denying these results. That's very good.
what are you talking about?
You think I'd let you walk around late at night unaccompanied?
You've been following me?
No, I had you followed. Annie, you and I knew it had to be done, and now it is done. Do you already feel filled with child? I can't wait for you to start the show. How long until we feel it kicking?
John, I don't think that's how this.
There's no more need for worry, okay? What has just happened, all that has happened, it stays in the past. We have each other, what we had to do for the sake of our family, and now we can go back to.
No, no,
The distant sound of a dog jolting awake.
What do you mean, no?
no, it was mine.
The distant sound of barking.
You are confused.
It was mine. It happened to me and it was private.
Nothing's private. God is watching. No, enough.
The barking draws closer.
I love her.
What did you say?
I love her.
The barking draws closer.
She has bewitched you.
Oh, I love her.
God save us.
I love her.
You have been bewitched.
15. A three-headed devil dog dressed as a court jester, dressed as a judge, barrels in. The judge hypes the crowd. Woo! It's a witch trial.
Gentlemen, ladies,
Good people of the court.
are you ready for a witch trial?
Okay,
There-
serious now. Everyone leans in. It's sexy. It's scary. It's the best entertainment this town has seen in weeks.
There is a devil among us, and she has come to hunt. Can you feel it? The cold that's creeping in. The shrill screams of her victims crying,
Mercy.
crying,
Save me.
crying.
Let all end.
Can you hear it?
Listening.
She is coming for us all.
Think all you have worked for.
All that you've sacrificed to have a life,
Dreams turn to black.
lost to a most unnatural ways. She is coming for us all.
She is coming.
She is coming. But first, let us give her a fair trial. Bring her in.
Annie and John still partially in their home. Space becomes fluid.
Arrested, John, you had her arrested.
I take no responsibility for her sins.
And of which sins do you speak? The sins of which you turned your head. Huh?
It is not so simple. as
Oh, the
that.
sins of which you asked of me without even asking.
Annie, stop.
So you could have your child.
Annie,
Hmm?
please.
So that my name would finally fall from people's mouths, so that you could have peace, so that you could finally have all that you've ever dreamed of, huh? So it would be pretty, and it would be perfect, and it would be quiet, and it would be nice, and it would be, I couldn't just.
You did very good. All right. No one can get to us anymore.
Annie quiets, seems to follow it. A gentle, lingering moment.
Do you really love her, Annie?
You are going to go and you are
Besse
going
is
to.
thrown into the court, pulling Annie fully into the trial. The judge circles Besse as prey. John steps into the spotlight.
Help my wife. I beg of you, all of you. She has not been herself well, the last I recall my Annie having power over her own will was at this woman's alehouse on the 13th of September. And once Annie started drinking, it seemed like she couldn't stop.
She's up under
Some kind of spell.
Yes.
Aha! Miss Byrne, what did the devil ask you to do, Miss Chapman?
My Annie lost all focus. She could hardly speak.
Did the devil want you to touch her, Miss Byrne?
No,
And I kept crying out, Annie, Annie, my love, come back to me.
Did the devil want you to overtake her, Miss Byrne?
And Annie could only cry out, and she could only cry out the name of this witch. And she trembled.
As if possessed?
Yes.
Go on.
As if this monster were standing before us. And then the very worst thing that one could imagine happening, it happens.
She made you run the baby by yourself?
Worse.
What could be worse?
It simply vanished.
Wait, what?
It fell flat. I think she wanted it for herself, for a spell, or
Three heads gasp, turn to Besse, magically manifests a bowl of holy water, flicks it on Besse.
Out! Out, I say!
Please say.
Sure, all of us say,
In Jesus' name, give him back his.
All eyes on Besse. Nothing happens. The three heads huddle up.
We wait and see. Wait for what? The demon to leave.
I don't know exactly when a demon leaves.
We will just know in our hearts.
But how? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. This is my first exorcism, so time will tell.
I told you should have hired a priest. That's not how this works. Witches and shit. I mean, I'm not saying I know how to work witches, but this ain't it.
Back out to the crowd, the show's back on.
Devil demon bodies are the most confusing things. Which part's the devil and which part's the person is all just one thing, and that is why we have trials. Thank God, because the devil is always playing tricks, but the devil has no place here. Am I right? Okay.
To be continued. End of Act 1.
Good. All right, and we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll come back for a talk back with the playwright here, Miss Erika Phoebus, and yeah. All right, so we'll see you in 5 minutes. Yeah. All right. So that's been about 5 minutes. Some people I know may still be in the bathroom. Yeah, actors, just go ahead and come on stage. You can bring a chair. Let's see, audience too. Do I have a shot of the audience? Look at this. I think I do. Stage 2. Let's control. Okay, all right, we'll do it like this. So everybody, sorry that I'm off awkwardly here to the side with Miss Phoebus here. Thank you again so much for coming. And I think we forgot to do a curtain call. But if everyone, yeah, let's give the actors a round of applause. Great job. Thank you. I mean, they just jumped in with like 0.1 rehearsal. So a beautiful job and courageous and daring. We'd love to hear from the audience as well as the actors. You know, if the audience gets shy, I can jump in. Let's just start with popcorn. So things that you like, positive things, things that popped out to you, images, moments, ideas, themes, you know, happy, positive things. And we'll get to questions that we have later about the script. But let's start there. What was jumping out to you in a good, positive way?
Rhyme,
Rhyme?
rhyme. Rhyme, like rhyming. Rhyming.
Rhyming. Okay.
Like Dr. Seuss rhyme.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, good.
Dogs.
The dogs, yeah.
Barking. The coming. Many times.
It's good when that pops. That's good. 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 Any particular images or moments from the play that were really jumping out to you or landing in a really positive way?
I thought the shit diaper was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, really funny on stage.
It's one of the few scenes from an early draft that has survived appropriately. So I think it's once you get your hands on the shit diaper, you really got to hold on to it.
Yes,
Good.
classic shit diaper.
We've all been.
The use of the word, I think it was kersplat or kerplop. Yeah, that was very nice.
Maybe the kindest but most humiliating way to describe a male orgasm. Wow. Okay. All right. Can't argue with it, but I don't like it. Good. Good. Anything else?
There's something from somebody's catching live. They say a good perspective on the point of view of women in the times of witches and the confusion we can clearly see now in modern society. This is from Copy 2.
Awesome. Oh, thanks, online human.
I like I'm trying to describe this. I like the difference between the first couple of scenes and then when the two women start to actually become friends. Like you get to see the theater of public life versus the realism of the private life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That was very stark, or that felt very honest to me.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I like how you called the beer a pregnant man's piss because they have beer bellies. That made me laugh.
Oh. I think it actually is pregnant mare piss.
It is actually piss.
Oh, yeah.
It is piss.
Yeah, that was
No, we were
Yeah.
really.
Drinking pregnant mare's piss, yeah.
I made none of these things up. These were all things they did at the time.
Yeah, fertility treatment.
Highly estrogenated as well, but it's not gonna get you where mare's piss will.
That's exactly true. I should go back to the old fertility treatments. Yeah, good. I'll open this up to the actors as well, having gotten to work on it and say it and speak the words, speak the speech. Feel free to jump in. Were there things that that really popped out to you in terms of like working on it or watching your fellow actors say it or do it? This is all very helpful for, especially like this is such a new draft from Erika here. So this is all very helpful to know what's working. It's popping.
I really liked like the shift that at least Annie has from like just having horrible anxiety basically and being persecuted, but still like searching for that answer, and she finds it with Besse. But I liked, and it was added in to where like at the end where she was like, no, that was mine, it was private, she's keeping it for herself. I thought that was, I love that, and that was, I think that was new today, wasn't it? Yeah,
Mhm.
so it made me feel like I could fight more for her, like 'cause she had more fight in her for that, so I really liked that.
Yeah, that's a really
How did
important
that
line.
scene look before this draft?
It wasn't good.
Yeah, there were versions of that scene in old drafts. The shape of that scene, it didn't slam up into the trial like it does now. They were quite separate, and Annie, it starts with Annie sitting alone, having just watched Besse get hauled off, having been arrested quite violently, and seeing John being violently a part of that. And so they were navigating the violence of John going after Besse. Yeah.
Did you see Annie just coming out of the first orgasm session scene? Like how do you envision Annie leaving that experience?
The orgasm that you see in the text, or the one that's not written yet?
Oh, the orgasm that we saw in the text that Annie insists she's keeping for herself, but that explicit part of it wasn't in the scene yet. How did you envision Annie? What specifically did you want her to learn about herself with the first orgasm, and was it to keep it for herself and it just needed that line to state that? Sorry, I guess the question I'm asking is.
Yeah, no, I think I understand what you're asking. There's actually another orgasm before that in the scene that's not written. So the scene between Besse and Annie that comes right before that is going to be quite a mega scene. That is finally them surrendering to each other, and it's going, in theory, 'tis not written yet, but in theory it is going to be something that really stretches time in that like lovely way that when you finally give your whole self to another person and are receiving another person's whole self. So Annie's stepped into herself and received the wholeness of herself with another person in the scene before, but in this very private, non-business space, whereas marriage is a business at the time, right? So now she has to go and do that thing again in a business setting. And so that it's mine is her holding on to the orgasm that she had before, and all of that encompassed. Does that answer your question?
I'm really glad you said that. I misunderstood, and now I understand more what.
I don't think you misunderstood. I just think it's not in the script yet. So I think it also, thank you for asking that, because it helped me also talk through that in a really helpful way.
Well, the first thought I wish to express was not confusion. I loved it. I really love the imagery of three. I love this sort of like Greco-Roman imagery there with the three men, and how they become the judge, or at least the doubling that you used tonight. They became the judge, and that reminded me, like, I've been reminded of the Crucible every second, and McCarthyism and all, like, until the three-headed judge comes out, and then I'm suddenly reminded of that really weird, like, The Awakening of Spring that the musical was based on.
Oh my God.
Like the old German version.
Yeah.
But it's a dark play.
Yes, it is a
Yeah.
dark play. And the ridiculousness of the judges in that dark ass play, and the weirdness of them even being there in the middle of that weird play. That's what this reminded me of. And I loved it because it brought me back. Like, I actually flashed back to this like 2006 one trombone English translation of The Awakening of Spring that was a film adaptation, and it was so bad. And the judges were selling it as hard as they could, and they were just being so grotesque and ridiculous, and their makeup was weird, and it was on a white background soundstage. And I highly recommend you look up The Awakening of Spring and watch this horrible film that I'm reminded of, because you're gonna laugh at the three-headed judge, because you've written him.
I am beyond delighted by this. We're both like, all that you've just said is going in our notes.
Wow.
Thank you. That was
They changed the character names of Wendla and Melchior to Anne and Michael.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I did not know.
theater.
I told you about it years ago, and you blocked it out because it was that traumatic.
Because it was that true.
Amazing.
Truly amazing.
Yeah, is it too soon to just call this the Crucible we all deserve?
Yes! The one we got, the one we needed.
I take that. I take that to
Crucible.
deep heart. Thank you.
Crucible.
Lesbianism is the true McCarthyism, and it is demonized, and it is time to put that to bed.
There's a lot to unpack there.
I like it. I like this.
I think
Let's do
too.
it. Awesome. So since we're ending here on a cliffhanger right now in this draft, I'm curious what. Sorry, back on the road. Erika's laughing because Erika is a wonder. Like, in addition to being a wonderful playwright, she's a wonderful playwriting teacher, and she's watching me struggle through what she does quite well in leading a mediation and talkbacks afterwards. So here we are at this half point cliffhanger. What are you as audience members tracking, and actors as well? Like, what are you sort of like, okay, I'm following this because I want to see where this goes by the end of the play? What are you tracking?
I'm kind of wondering what Anne's response is going to be to all this and what she's going to do to fix it. It seems like it's her fault. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to see what happens next.
I really hope there's a stake burning, whilst I know that no actual people accused of witchcraft were burned at the stake. I really hope there's some sort of dramatic, like, Lancelot moment for Annie where she can take Besse off into the sunset. But I don't know if you started there and wrote the play to get there, or if that's just my fantasy.
That's hearing the fantasies that you long for in this play are invaluable, as I've just thrown out my ending. And I had an ending. Now we have no ending.
Possibly like the gallows, like giving way, and Annie has secretly severed the rope and then catches Besse in a dramatic way. Oh my God. So heroic.
It's a tasteful tap number just thrown in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Or like people
wonderful.
on stage just describing the heroic sight of Annie diving into a pond to rescue the drowning Besse. There's limited possibilities on a stage, but
I love water on stage too. All my other have water on stage.
I'm really,
Let's throw one in here too.
Oh, no.
I think I've got a curiosity about, I want to know more about how Annie genuinely feels about having a baby. Because it's like, how much of it is just what you do versus her genuine wants and desires.
Mhm.
And, you know, there's a moment when she asks Besse, like, what does it feel like? And because it's like, she sounds genuinely curious, but beyond that, I'm like, well, okay, but if it was really entirely up to her, is this what she would want?
In that moment, did it feel like she was asking what does having a baby feel like?
There
Is
was
that
some confusion
Well,
as to
because-
what she was asking for, but ultimately, I think you meant for her to ask,
Oh,
what's
you're-
it like to come?
Right, because
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay.
Just kidding. She's talking about having an
No,
orgasm.
but that's really valuable. If it feels like she's asking about baby, that's good for me to know.
Right. Well, it's only because Besse thinks she's saying, "Oh, having a baby? I don't know." That was why I momentarily forgot. But no. So
No,
yeah.
you're perfect.
And then later, and then my brain is kind of going, well, what if she does end up getting pregnant, and then what? You know. But she wants to be with Besse, so now what?
They're gonna have a woodland baby.
We're gonna have a woodland baby.
I'm also.
In old drafts, it was like Virgin Mary, like this fever dream, slutty Virgin Mary would like come and she's pregnant and she's mad about it. And then at the end, like she had the baby and like Virgin Mary like passes her baby off to them.
Yeah. She didn't deserve all that stress at 12.
She's like, this was not mine.
Yeah, bye.
Take it.
Amazing. Are there any other curiosities or things where you're like, oh man, I really want to know more about this?
I'm really curious, what's happening with John and all this praying.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
What is that all about? You tell me.
So is John gonna like go even further and like try to blame Annie's perhaps like symptomatic anxiety? Is he gonna try to like retroactively blame that on Besse's witchcraft? And is there gonna be some impassioned speech like to testify she never behaved this way before this influence? Is he gonna be more of a propaganda character for even more like contemporary concepts that need the mirror turned?
Interesting. Good questions.
Yeah, I also am really interested in the portrayal of men because so far they have been closer to this to a stereotype or a what's that word? Archetype. Thank you, Avery. Yes, or archetype. And I always find that interesting. When you're trying to talk about something so uniquely feminine or unique to the feminine experience, I suppose, in historically speaking, but doing it through we're looking at it through all of time, because I think that was done very well, especially with the portrayal that the actors have and even the rhythm. That was what I meant earlier by rhyme, is that sometimes it's very clear that we were of a certain age and time. And then at other times, it was very clear that we were exactly right now. So the way that the language was handled, you get to see it's almost like we get to take a 2022 lens and look at it. Like this part of the reason why I really believe these women, because I almost see that the freedom of now, or the relative freedom of now, you know, in them then. And so then what is that like for men? Or is it just the constant? Are they just the constant opposite or evil or archetype?
I also want Maybe if there's room for it, somewhat a bit of expansion on the scene in the beginning where, is it, I can't remember who says, what, we can't make out like dudes anymore, it's not cool, and then it's like, no, that, things are changing so fast. Because when we talked about it in the rehearsal, that was the first I'd heard of that. I did not know that that was a thing, that men used to teach each other how to have sex before they had sex with women. So maybe there was.
Yeah, that may be, let's ask, was that a Greco-Roman influence that you wanted to throw in there to sort of, to a colonial community? Or is that a real historical, change of law where
That's a real thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like we talked about in rehearsal. I'm really scrunching time here. So of course these changes didn't happen in a year. We're talking changes over hundreds of years so that I'm making, oh no, it was like last week we could totally just like make out and it was fine. And like now we like can't do that for humor's sake. And also in the way that I'm playing with time in the text. But yeah, like medieval era and prior, men often, it was totally normal for a man to learn about his sexual self from another safe man, and for just another cool day.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot. That actually has a lot more consent to it. That's actually more lovely than the Greco-Roman concept I was thinking of. Like part of the military practice.
From Josh Bob, my friend who's watching online.
Hi, Josh Bob.
Who texted me directly. I'm tracking the collision between modern language and medieval ideals. Oh, Josh Bob says smart. And then also, is John gay? Once a month? I gotta say, Josh, I'm over there with you. I got some questions. It's like, just once a month, huh?
No, he's impotent and he just wants to blame Besse.
Yeah, and follow up, is he masking through attacking another queer character?
That's funny because when I read the ending, where he was saying like, shoot, what did he say? He was like, oh, we both did what we needed to do. I was like, oh, is that what he's gonna tell me, that he was like doing that too? That was where he was going when he was going to pray. Like that's what the first thought. The first time I read it, that's what I thought he was saying. And then when I continued reading, I was like, oh shit, he was talking about.
Wow, that's interesting.
And then when he follows up with tired from all the praying.
It's so tiring.
Praying intensely for just one orgasm a month. Just one.
What's going on with John and Father Wright?
It's a lot to unpack there. It's a lot to unpack.
Good, very good. Yeah. All right. So here we are at the end of Act 1. What feelings are you left with?
I feel exactly as I did at the end of the Mermaid Echo TikTok, where like the mermaid meets the pirate maiden and swims away urgently, but she goes, no, wait. And then like the scene cuts to them exchanging gifts and falling in love. And then the scene cuts to the pirate maiden being captured by nefarious pirates that say, show us the mermaid. We know, you know. And she screams, never, and is pushed off the plank to be rescued by her mermaid lover.
That's pretty specific.
That's exactly what I thought of. And how I felt at the end.
You know what she's talking about, or are we just gonna Google this?
No, but I'm living for it.
We're gonna Google it. All right,
I'm reading
cool.
Pushed off,
Saved
saved by lesbian lover. That's what I'm
There you go.
reading.
Awesome. Cool. Any other feelings? Yeah,
I really like just the whole Annie and Besse chemistry. I thought that was very good. So I'm really looking forward to either them, either A, coming together by the end and happy, or it completely falling apart and going to shit and being very depressing. Either way, it could be very compelling and cool.
Oh, good. I like it. Invested. Cool.
I feel a lot of helplessness for both Besse and Annie. Just because she wants to, of course, she wants to help Besse, but she really can't, because that'll just make things worse for her situation. And then Besse probably, I don't think Besse feels angry, but she definitely wants the help, but she knows that she can't get it from Annie or anybody else. So and she can't do anything at this point. It's already out of the bag, and she can't say anything to help the situation. So just a lot of helplessness.
Kind of build off of that. I kind of also want to see the shift in the story when she no longer gives a shit about having the baby or having like the medicine, and it's purely just the Besse Annie dynamic. Once I shift happened, that might have happened in that redacted scene that you talked about, where it's like the first non-medical intimate scene. That might have been the time when that shift happens, but seeing that shift would be pretty interesting too.
Yeah, even a realization on Annie's part of what she really wants as opposed to what she thought. Like, she wanted the respect that came with having a baby. She wanted, like, as Avery said, she wanted the respect that comes with being a good wife. And it would be so cool to see her reveal that specifically to John. I never wanted the things you wanted. I said I wanted them because I was supportive of getting respect finally, and you too. And yeah.
What is the character wrong about, as Isaac says?
Yeah.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
I know this isn't totally clear in the script yet, but do you have an inkling of why they really came to this town, like what they're actually fleeing?
The mob was because of them. Because the rumors of I thought the rumors were because of me, and the riots were because of me. Specifically, like being told I was a witch or I was something. So that's what I thought.
I am curious about that a little bit because I did feel like I feel like the obvious thing is that it was because of Annie and the fact that she confesses that she loves her and it's witchcraft. But of course, Besse is a working woman, like that, being able to like keep that up. So there's that sense where that's not heard of for women to be by themselves and working and keeping up their own alehouse. And then I was also wondering if, because Besse does have like potions and she does all these witchcrafty things, but I'm wondering if she actually participates in witchcraft or if it's just modern science and people think it's actual witchcraft.
Yeah, is your premise for the play that witchcraft does not exist and it was like a male panic thing?
Well, I mean, historically, that's the truth.
I mean, that's they were getting women out of women-led businesses, which is medicine and beer.
Yeah.
It was capitalism.
Yeah.
Was all the witch hunts actually.
Medicine and what was the other industry?
Beer.
Beer.
Medicine
Yeah.
and beer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And sex.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any other-
Sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I knew why they were running away, if I'm
Okay.
gonna be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's helpful to hear.
Yeah, I did really just buy into the story that, you know, that there was a plague and people were mean, and I just went, like, my brain went to the Pride and Prejudice world.
Uh-huh.
Where, you know, yeah, gossip really would drive you out of town because it would ruin you. So that's where my brain went.
So it was clear that they were driven out because of gossip.
Gossip, yes, is what I thought it was, but I didn't think it was anything else.
Uh-huh.
Yes, if there was something deeper or darker.
Super helpful.
I knew it now, and it gets worse.
Awesome. Any other thoughts or curiosities you're having? Confusions or anything?
Just real excited for the further development of this play because I love it.
Yeah, I'll just say, I mean, I've said this before to you, but I'll say it publicly, like, I loved the older draft of this, the finished one, and I thought it was really good. This is so superior to that and so much more fun. And I'm really excited. Also, you said a couple of times that it's Annie that might go full on witch, and I fucking hope that's true. That it turns out that Annie is the fucking real deal witch. I'm I'm rooting for that. That's where I hope it's going.
Yes. Ooh, I
Uh,
do want to say, oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
One more thing. I really liked how I don't know, how Besse was presented as the protagonist at the beginning. And then we had Annie come in because it was so easy for me to see them both at the center of the story. As opposed to, because as we started to talk about it, I realized, oh, wow, yeah, I guess maybe Annie really was the protagonist because it really is a lot of her story. But I was so invested in Besse, yeah, that I didn't realize it until we had started to break it down.
Awesome.
It's super helpful to hear.
Yes, I was telling you it's good the way that there's a long way before they talk. It's good. Awesome. So very helpful. All of you. Can we give the actors just like one more round of applause? Like they really like just dove in. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Also, shameless plug.
Mhm.
If any of you want to ever dabble in writing
Yes.
plays, next weekend I'm teaching a 2-day workshop at ASA, and I'm gonna give you like a crash course on telling stories on the stage, and then we're gonna get you writing, and it's gonna be super fun and playful and way less scary than it maybe sounds. It's just gonna be like fun and cool. So come play with me.
As someone who takes Erika's playwriting class on a regular basis, she's the fucking best at it. Like it's wonderful and it's safe and it's always exciting. So you should definitely take the playwriting workshop. All right, go forth, Azans. Talk, celebrate, enjoy. Azans, Azanians, Azans. I don't know why I turned into Christopher Walken. But have a great time. I hope you continue the conversation among yourselves. And thanks so much for becoming a part of Witch Play.
Yeah.
In this beautiful process.
And if anything comes up for any of you, please feel free to reach out.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night.
I should think.